A shocking new report from the Pentagon noting the disappearance of 44 Afghan troops right here in the United States who were visiting for military training. It was about 2 years ago when they first arrived. So could these missing individuals potentially pose a threat to national security? Fox News military analyst, retired Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney, joins us now with his take on all this. General, I was talking to somebody about it who said, well, it's just 44 people in a country of 300 million. That's not so bad. To which you say?
Well, I say if they are, in fact, and I don't necessarily think they are, but one of the courses of action, David, is that they could be radical Islamists, ISIS, Taliban, that were specially trained to come in, and 44 of them in this country that, if they're properly trained, could be a major problem. But let's just say they came to America, they loved it, they wanted to move in with friends and relatives, etc. Could have happened. But we must look at both courses of action and be very quick and responsive to it. Now, unfortunately, I don't think this administration, with its open borders policy, is going to do that, and that could be dangerous.
Well, the first thing that popped in my mind was Orlando. Remember the Orlando shooter? He was born here, but his parents are from Afghanistan. His father apparently had a TV show in which he spoke highly of the Taliban, who were fighting in Afghanistan. They just killed one of our troops this week. Is there any connection, perhaps, in the Afghan community with terrorist organizations that concern you?
Yes. Just what you mentioned, and in the way the Taliban have embedded themselves and the way the changing conditions going over there. This is why when Mike Pence was asked the other night in the debate about how do you get the homegrown terrorists, well, first of all, you have got to identify it as radical Islam, and you must train the FBI and law enforcement to those characteristics and questions that you ask them that will tell you that they're radicalized. And that's the important part, David, that they must do. So because we don't know, by the way, this is unprecedented. I used to run a large program at Luke and Williams Air Force Base of Germans, Saudis, Swiss, Emiratis, a whole host of 10 different nations, and we have never had this happen before. So I think it ought to send up at least yellow warning signals. Let's find out.
Security's, at the very least, security is getting too lax in these issues. Thomas McInerney, Lieutenant General, thank you very much, sir. Good to see you again.